Well, hello there, gents. Here I am in the beautiful Avila State Beach of California. Here I have some Alape California Sparkling Wine. Here's a cup. Maybe fill up just a little bit more. So, I'd like to go over some notes here from the week one.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
Why hasn't your team won a championship in a decade?
Seriously? Can you get out, please? Because I have a video to do and it's really important.
You're an ass.
You're embarrassing me.
You're an ass.
Sorry about that, gents. Anyways, start off with a sip with a toast to the champion of champions, Sir David Lang, three-time champion. Here's to you. And quite fittingly, you were the high score of week one, and consequently, you were matched up against myself, which, by all means, I have nothing to say to that other than the fact that it happens to me all the time, but that's another story, and I would never burden the crowd with that. That being said, it happens to me all the time, and it's bullshit. Anyways, here we are. So David Lang, your team, quite mighty as it stands right now. Although on paper you would not think so, sir, you have quarterback Alex Smith. Now, as a diehard 49er fan, Alex Smith does not bring about emotions of a world-beating quarterback yet. However, that is in fact what he was against myself. Not with the 49ers. The 49ers quarterback scored significantly less, even though the 49ers quarterback is significantly better. So, Alex Smith, quite a performance, quite an anomaly as well. Melvin Gordon, here is a player who was taken entirely too early in the draft. Number one overall, by yourself, might I add. A player who probably could have and should have slid into the back end of the first round / early end of the second round. However, you picked him up quite early, and he paid immediate dividends against myself. But again, I'm not complaining. It is what it is. Now we move on to Sir Peyton Barber. Now, he did not have himself a tremendous game, but he did put up enough points to secure the high score for yourself. Peyton Barber for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't understand it. However, he did make his contributions much to my detriment. Now we move on to a curious case of Julio Jones. Someone who has possessed Julio as a player on their roster prior, he is a most frustrating case, as I would watch him put up many points against some teams that he shouldn't have, and 0 points or next to 0 points against teams that he should put up many points. However, in your case, he put up many points, be it a team that he probably should have or should not have. Who knows? He was playing against me. He understood that, and he acted accordingly to the fantasy gods' wishes. Oh, and Rob Gronkowski. Here we have a perennial injured reserve player who, for whatever reason, was completely and fully healthy for game one without any inhibitions or any setbacks whatsoever. Quite a favorite target of Sir Tom Brady, dragging fellows into the end zone. Quite a game he had. Again, no injury because, of course, we're playing against my team where the opponent's injuries do not manifest themselves. With that being said, I moved to Doug Baldwin. I know it may sound contradictory, however, the fantasy gods understood that the game was well in hand. Therefore, without any reservation, they shut Doug Baldwin down to make appear as though they have no obscene bias against my team. However, we all know that's the case. It is a foregone conclusion. So, yes, Doug Baldwin putting up 0 points. And in fact, they were able to mitigate that by a first quarter injury from Marquise Goodwin from my team. So they were able to find a loophole, a workaround, without showing any bias, but at the same time showing extreme bias. So that's how that all played out. Now we have is it Joe Williams or Jamal Williams? I really don't know. The name is irrelevant. He put up points. He did what he had to do to screw my team over. It's running a little long. I do apologize. Minnesota's defense against my favorite team. And as the fantasy gods would have it, it was a double whammy. There was a foregone conclusion. Just a boatload of points against my hapless 49ers, while in effect destroying my fantasy team. Greg Zuerlein, a curious pick, and I believe it was the 4th round of your draft. Well, he put up points as you would hope a 4th rounder would put up points, 17 points. So, that being said, it was quite a shit show. I really had no chance. When you are stacked against the favor of the gods, there really is no hope for you. And I have been chatting away, trying to finish this glass of champagne. Dear Lord, it's running on 9 minutes. I did not intend for it to last this long. I'm sure only David is watching this as of right now. Cheers, mate. And remember, don't feed the peasants.